Hello, I'm Isaac Arnold.
And I'm Corbin Munger. This is your ABC 6 News at 6.
We have been informed of breaking news from Minnesota.
Some of you may have heard of it before. It is a species of plant that is very invasive and can grow up to 30 feet tall. Many of you might have it in your yard without even knowing.
Rhamnus carthitica, or commonly known as buckthorn, is an invasive species that was brought to Minnesota from Europe in the mid-1800s as a very popular hedging material. Nurseries stopped selling it in the 1930s when people began to realize how invasive this plant was.
Buckthorn is found throughout Minnesota, much of the Midwest, as well as much of the eastern United States. It can be found on fence rows, fields, and any other neglected areas.
The female plant is able to produce seeds very quickly and in quantity, allowing for quick and invasive spread. It also produces fruit, which is spread by birds. Seed production is prolific and the seeds germinate quickly, especially in shady, wet areas. Buckthorn can resprout from cut or damaged stems, which make it difficult to kill. The lifespan of this plant is still unknown.
Buckthorn affects the local food web in mostly negative ways. Buckthorn grows its leaves faster than native plants do. Buckthorn can get more sunlight and nutrients than native plants. Therefore, native plants' population density drops. These native species of plants become less diverse because buckthorn outcompetes for water and nutrients. Many herbivores rely on these native plants for their nutrients, and lack thereof these native plants cause herbivores to search for food elsewhere. Despite all this, buckthorn does feed birds with the fruit it produces.
Now we go to reporter Tyler Tupu, who has more on buckthorn.
As you can see, buckthorn has oval leaves and jagged edges. It also has thorns on its stem. Thanks, Isaac. Like Corbin said, buckthorn is all around us. It can grow up to 30 feet tall and has a thick stem, making it look like a small tree. But when it isn't this tall, it looks like your average forest plant. But one way to tell the difference between buckthorn and other plants is by its thorns. Buckthorn has thorns on its stem and oval-shaped leaves. It also has some special adaptations with its tall maximum height, and it's able to outcompete other plants for sunlight and nutrients. Also, if in full sun, buckthorn can produce fruit within a few years of establishment. Buckthorn is a problem for many reasons. It develops its leaves faster and holds them longer than other plants, giving it an advantage for light access. It takes up the habitat and living space of wildlife in an area. Buckthorn can potentially take over forests, wetlands, prairies, and even city space. It is not host to insects and fungus like soybean, aphid, and crown fungus. It creates a thicket that is virtually impossible to break through, and it does not host certain insects or diseases that buckthorn under control. Isaac and Corbin are going to tell you what is being done to control buckthorn and how you can help. Back to you, Isaac.
Thanks, Tyler. Locally, millions have been spent trying to chemically keep buckthorn under control. Although this helps, it cannot kill it all. We need your help.
When buckthorn is young and small, it is very easy to pull out of the ground. But if the diameter of the stem is 2 inches or larger, it is best to cut at the base by the soil and then cover it to keep it from resprouting. This is all we have for now.
This is Isaac Arnold.
And this is Corbin Munger signing out.
Stay classy, HS. Wow, that buckthorn's a real killer, eh?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh, that's crazy. Thanks, Tyler. Locally, millions have been spent trying to chemically control. Although this can help, it still needs your help.
When buckthorn is young and small, it is very easy to pull from the ground. The diameter of the stem is 2 inches or larger, and it is best to cut.
Mixtapes got a little Hank, little Drake, a little something bumping, thumping on the wheel, right? The mix in our drinks a little stronger than you